What's up, everybody? It's Gibberish HS here, and I am here with another card review of the Saviors of Uldum expansion. We got 6 new cards for you guys today. I'm really excited to review. Sorry it took a while for me to get this video out. I wanted to get more cards out before I release the video. I didn't want to release just one card. I like to do a couple at a time. So, with that in mind, let's go into this process. Of course, I'm going to tell you my rating process. The rating process is going to be a 5-stage process. You got useless, alright, you got meh, you got pretty good, amazing, and phenomenal. Alright, those are my 5 rating process. So with that, let's just get straight into it. And by the way, at the end of this video, we will have the cards rated in the categories that I just described. So skip to this point in the video if you want to see it. So the first card we have for you guys today is Corrupt the Waters, the Shaman Quest. Alright. Play 6 Battlecry cards. Reward, you get Heart of Virnal. I'm pretty sure that's how you say that. So it's a very oriented type of quest. Unlike the Warlock and Druid one, this one involves you to actually be more consistent in making a deck around it. The Druid and Warlock one were kind of more just like, hey, this would be really good to add to your deck. This one is more like you're going to have to build a deck a little more around this card to make it work. Now, is it worth to build a deck around? I think so. Let's see what the hero power is. The hero power that you get for doing this is the Heart of Virnal, a hero power that triggers all battle cries twice this turn. Only 2 mana. So you can, with lackeys and different battlecry minions that we've been seeing released, especially with one that we're going to go over today, it's really an interesting card to see how it goes. That can be really strong in some ways. So it's a good card. All right? I really like it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's something I like about all the quests in Ungoro. All the quests in Ungoro were actually kind of fun to go. Seeing people make decks on them and all that. Some of them, like the Hunter and the Warlock ones, weren't as beloved as the rest, but they were all fun to try to make decks out of, regardless of what happened. So I think that this is going to be a card that's going to be really fun. I am a little worried about how it's going to play with Shutterwalk, but I think it's going to be really fun to see how this all works. So next up is Weaponized Wasp. Alright, Weaponized Wasp is a 3-cost 3/3 Beast Shaman card. Alright, Battlecry, if you control a lackey, deal 3 damage. So this is a card I think would be great in the Battlecry Shaman quest that we just saw. I think this could be really strong. I think it'd be really good, and just any kind of deck that you want to have lackeys in, to be honest. It's very controlling. And the good thing about it is that it reminds me a lot of the 4-cost 3/3 rare beast and neutral that we got. I believe it was in the Witchwood expansion. But it's a 4-cost 3/3 beast neutral that when you play it, it deals 3 damage to the enemy hero, and it restores 3 health to your hero. This card reminds me a lot of that. And that card was used in a lot of Shutterwalk decks, and it was used in a lot of control-y decks in a way. But I think this card is just as good. It's 1 mana cheaper, alright, so that's good. It doesn't restore health, but it does deal 3 damage. Now, the difference between this is that it deals 3 damage to whatever you want it to. But in something like this, I think you would actually want this in more like token shaman deck, because this lets you go straight to the face with it. If you're playing lackeys kind of help with that type of deck. And I think it would be good to just see this card in that. Now with the quest Shaman, if you're going to go more late game and do Battlecry, this should be really strong in that deck. And the reason why I say that is because if you have a lackeys or Battlecry, so you're going to want them in the Shutterwalk deck. They're good cards for the beginning. Alright, so if you have this card in a Shutterwalk deck, alright, deal 6 damage, and you get a minion out of it. It's a lot like the Mage card, the 5-cost 6/5, that deals 3 damage to anything Battlecry. Alright, this you deal 6 damage for 3 mana, get a 3/3 at the end of it, and it's a beast. So It's really strong, alright? That's really strong if you can get that to work, which you can with the hero power. So I think it's a really good card. It has a couple of good combinations with it, and I'm excited to see it going through. So next up is Bees. This is probably my favorite name for any card I have ever seen. I love the name of this card, and the art is really cute too. So 3-cost Druid spell. Choose a minion. Summon 4 1/1 bees that attack it. So, very interesting type of card. We've seen cards like this before, but not really this specific. Something like with Radiator, that's 8 damage you could deal to a minion, alright, for 6. Alright, and don't forget, you get to keep the minions that I think that survive. So, bees are beasts, so you also have that synergy with some beast stuff. And I think it could be really good in certain decks. I really do. Knife Juggler would be really strong. Cult Master would be good. Glorious Floop, I believe is how it's said. I think it could be strong with this too. And so I like all these potentials that you could do with it. Yeah, I really actually wish that this card was in Hunter. And the reason why I say that is because this card would be so good with the Hyena. People already get a little annoyed with the Hyena with Unleash the Hounds, but I think this would actually be a really good card in Hunter too. But anyway, I love this card. I like the way that Blizzard is going with these types of cards. So, yeah, we got Raid the Sky. It's a mage quest, and it says cast 10 spells. Reward Ascendant Scroll. So, casting 10 spells is kind of it's not necessarily hard for mage to do, but it is something like the shaman one. You're gonna have to build your deck around it a little bit, just a little bit to make it work. So one thing that worries me about this card is that the hero power is pretty good, and if we see here, the reward is Ascendant Scroll. Hero power, add a random mage spell to your hand. It costs 2 less. That's really strong. All right, that's really strong, like Primordial Glyph in a way. But my problem with it is that the mage hero power is one of the best in the game, if not the best, because you have so much flexibility. Now, I do think that the card generation is going to be really good in this. I'm just not sure if it's going to be good enough to really help you push through the game, and if it's going to be something that you want to build a deck around. Like, mages do naturally have the card flow and just the spell manipulation that they usually do. They're known for that. But I feel like 10 spells is kind of a high request for this. So I like the card. I hope it sees play, but I'm not sure how really playable it's going to be seen. I like Ascendant Scroll. I think it's good, but we'll see what happens. Next is Earthquake. Now, this is one of those cards that reminds me of bees. The Savior of Uldum has a lot of board clears that are around getting rid of these aggro decks. So Earthquake is a 7-cost shaman spell. Deal 5 damage to all minions, then deal 2 damage to all minions. So initially dealing 7 damage to all minions, but you're spreading it out. And so this would be great against Token Druid. I can just see this so well in Token Druid, because what you're doing is, it's so annoying. They get a board and then they play the Trents. And the Trents are so annoying to deal with, because if you kill it, then they get 2/2s that they can buff. This card is probably the best way I've seen to deal with that since like Silent stuff or like Psychic Scream. Alright, so this card does that in such greatness, and I love it. I think it's such a cool idea for the card. I mean, to be honest, really. And this is what I was saying with Bees. Bees is the same way. If you choose a minion, it can go through the death rattles or anything like that. Earthquake is very similar, and I like that direction that the Hearthstone team is heading with us. Next is Embalming. This is our last card of the day. Yes, Embalming is a rare warlock card, and it's a 4-cost spell. Destroy a minion, shuffle 3 worthless imps into your deck. So, what are the worthless imps? They're 1-cost 1/1 minion demons, and you usually get them from something like Sensing Demons. When you don't run out of demons to draw, it gives you that. To be honest, I think this card is interesting, And the only real deck I can see this card in is something where you would want to shuffle more stuff in your deck, and then you would play something like Reform, because then that would be pretty good. Let's say you get 6 Worthless Imps in. Your goal would be, to be honest, is to play this twice, add 6 extra cards, and to play Reform as soon as humanly possible, because then you got 6 legendaries out of that. Now, having 6 copies of a card in your deck is actually pretty likely to draw that. So unless you had both Embalmings in your hand and then your Reform, the chances of you getting that without drawing an imp are pretty low. So I like the card, I like the idea. I just think it's a little, it might be too big of a price. So compared to a card that was like destroy a minion, lose a mana crystal, that didn't see too much play. I think we're just going to see what type of decks Warlock's going to get in this expansion. So we'll see where that goes, but you never know. So there you go, guys. That was my card reviews on it. And so now we're going to get into the actual rating system of these cards. Embalming is a pretty good. I don't think it's going to be amazing, but I think it's going to be okay. Earthquake is amazing. I think this card is awesome, and I'm excited to see more of it. Alright, Raid the Sky, I'm going to give amazing. I think it's pretty good, and I'm excited to see more of it. Bees is amazing. Corrupt Waters is phenomenal. Weaponized Wasp is amazing. So there you go, guys. Y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all next time. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you like more of my videos, please check out the rest of my channel. And hey, please like and subscribe my videos. That would be awesome. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya!